Hi, Taurus. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with your love life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let me pull you over here a little bit. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. All right, Taurus, here we go. So, overall energy for this week's reading is the Eight of Pentacles. So, you see it saying work in progress. So, Spirit is saying that in this situation, you are a work in progress. So, you are trying to basically prepare yourself to have a better relationship when it comes to your love life, right? Underneath this, we have the Five of Cups. It's talking about old wounds. These are things that need to be healed, okay? Nobody likes to hear this. Nobody wants to do it, but you got to do it. Because like I said, I'm sure you're tired of having all these people in your face, but none of them are showing up the way that you want them to with the Five of Cups. This is also talking about you focusing on the negative, like what happened in the past between you and this person, third party, that type of thing. Because the normal card is someone standing by the riverside looking at three cups, right, that have fallen over, and then behind them, are two cups. But in order for you to get to those two cups, you have to continue to be a work in progress and do what it is you need to do in order to facilitate you turning around to look at those cups. Spirit is saying, you have to cry over spilled milk at times, but don't stagnate in it. Don't sit there and continue to stare at those cups, wondering, how you got to this situation. Figure out what happened, learn the lesson, take it with you, and turn around so you can get what it is you want out of your love life. Okay. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. This is Spirit telling you, okay, this is a major arcana card. Spirit is telling you with this card that you have destined opportunities. Destiny is coming towards you in the form of a new lover, okay? But in order for you to get there, look, there you go. In order for you to get, and he got his shirt off, girl. He got his shirt off, or man, the woman got his shirt off. Look, the woman got her shirt off. You gotta make it fit if you're a male and you watch my channel, all right? Because this is equal opportunity here. What we talking about, right? So this Emperor, this is somebody that's about their business. This is a boss B or a boss, male. This is somebody that sits in their boss energy, okay? They got big D energy, big P energy, whatever you want to call it, okay? This is somebody who is, like Master P says, about it. This person is about their stuff, and they're coming in not wanting to play with you, okay? This is someone who is wanting to have a seat at your table and bring all these things to the table, okay? You're gonna have to find a place for your stuff to fit at the table, because they bringing all this stuff for you with this Emperor card, okay? Then we've got the Eight of Cups here. Spirit is telling you, in order for you to get this big D or big P energy, in order for to have this person come into your life, you got to walk away from what no longer serves you, okay? You have to understand why you're walking away from it, okay? Understand the patterns from your past that led up to you walking away and making these types of decisions, because your discernment is what's going to carry you through this situation and any further situations that you deal with in any area of your life for the rest of your life, okay? And then we have the Three of Wands here, okay? So it's saying awaiting results, all right? While you're awaiting these results, waiting for your ships to come in, it will behoove you to continue to work on yourself, because balance is what's going to help this person to come in. This is Sagittarius energy, okay? And this is Spirit saying that this is, again, is a soulmate, and this is going to be a very healing connection for both sides, both the Emperor and both you two, okay? And then look under here. There's the Two of Cups, strong connection, mutual attraction, all right? And this is going to be a relationship, if you want it, with this Queen of Pentacles, where It's gonna be long-term, stable, committed. This person will marry you. This person will be your life partner. You can have a family. Look at the woman with the baby and the lamb. You can have a family if that's what you're wanting, is what Spirit is saying in this connection. Okay. All right. And it's going to be a very truthful connection with the Ace of Swords. This person is going to come in telling you the truth. It's going to be equality on both sides. It's going to be equal love, equal interest, equal everything. All right. Okay. So we're going to start by clarifying this Eight of Pentacles. It's for Taurus Spirit. Okay, here we go. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So yeah, see, family. This is going to be somebody like either if you already have kids and this person already has kids, because the Emperor can be a fatherhood card. The both of you are going to be able to combine your families and create a new blended family. But for those of you who don't have children and you're of childbearing age, you can have a child with this person if that's what you're wanting. Okay. All right. So the first placement we're going to take a look at is the situation. So what's going on with the situation is we have the Two of Pentacles and we've got the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is Pisces energy. So Spirit is telling you that this situation is a balancing act. It's about you being balanced, right? Not leaning too far to the left, too left, or too far to the right, right? So with the High Priestess, Spirit is telling you what's going to keep you balanced is your intuition, okay? This person that's coming in, they may see you at first as unattainable because they've put you on a pedestal, but this person is going to come in and treat you the way you've always wanted to be treated and the way that you've always deserved to be treated, Taurus, okay? All right, let's clarify. Okay, yeah, see, look, devotion. This person is coming in devoted, okay? I hear that song from Greece, Hopelessly Devoted by Olivia Newton-John. That's the song I hear in my head whenever I see this card, okay? So this is somebody, like I said, who is not playing. They're serious about being with you and creating a life with you, okay? So this next card here represents the challenge in the connection. So we've got the Chariot. This is Cancerian energy. It says charging ahead. I feel like what Spirit is telling you with this card, it is talking about overcoming obstacles, balancing both sides of your personality, the dark and the light. So it's not about you turning away from your shadow or you demonizing your shadow, because you have a lot of qualities, a lot of skills, a lot of things in your shadow that can help you if you blend it together with the light side, with the light side of your personality, that will help you to move forward. So it's about you going in, looking at those things, overcoming these obstacles and heading towards what it is that you want with the Chariot card. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, so Spirit is telling you the important thing here is to keep your vibration as high as possible. Now, when I say that, I'm not telling you to walk around like, and you having a bad day and you like, Spirit is telling me I can't have a bad day. I can't be upset. I can't. Everybody has a bad day. Spirit is saying to do the best you can, okay? Just like I told you with the Five of Cups card. Don't sit and stare at the Three Cups and keep staring at it and keep staring at it and keep staring at it, because all you're going to manifest is more situations like that. So with this, it's like when you're having a bad day, deal with it and snap yourself out of it and get back to feeling as good as you possibly can. Just try to keep your vibration as high as you possibly can, or like the middle road. That's what I say, the middle road, because I find that if you try to go too high the next day or a few days after that, the universe will correct it. So like if you're deliriously happy one day, the next day or a few days after that, you might be down in the dumps, because true balance is not high up and not low down. It's in the middle. Okay. So that's what I feel like Spirit is telling you with this vibration card, to try to keep your vibration as in the, as I guess in the middle as possible. Okay. Okay, the next card we're going to take a look at represents the guidance from Spirit. So we got the Nine of Wands showing up here. Aries got the same card. If you have Aries placements, you may want to take a look at that reading. So it says trials and tribulations. So this is a test of faith, is what Spirit is telling you, okay? Can you suffer these slings and arrows? Can you go through all this stuff? Can you get dragged by all these people like you've been dragged by all these people, Taurus? And can you move forward and step into who you were always meant to be, to have the type of relationship you were always meant to have, okay? All right, let's clarify. So like in the fifth dimension, this is what Spirit is saying. You and this new person, the soulmate, are already together in the fifth dimension. It just has not manifested completely here on the 3D, but the person in the 3D, but the person is coming, okay? All right, but you got to work on yourself now. I'm telling you, I told Aries this, and I'm telling you the same thing, Taurus. You can't sit here and think that, okay, because I'm not going to be in the twin flame connection, no, anymore, I don't have to work on myself. That's bullshit, okay? Because anything you don't work on, you're going to essentially be dragging the residue of that crap into your relationship, and you don't want to add obstacles to a relationship, because relationships are already a test. They're already a challenge. And so you don't want to, I guess, what is it? Chop your foot off at the, or chop your leg off at the knee. What do it? Cut your leg off at the knee, or whatever they say. And put, have yourself at a disadvantage when you start a connection, because it's gonna mess up what you're trying to do. Okay. All right. So the next card we're going to take a look at represents the focus. So King of Swords. So this is talking about you making a head over heart decision about, and being discerning about what is going on in your love life. Okay. Like I said, because a lot of times when we let emotion lead, we tend to get carried away about certain things. It's like we don't look at who somebody really is sometimes. And I feel like with this, Spirit is saying you got to be truthful with yourself with the King of Swords, because the King of Swords is somebody who doesn't play. Okay. This is somebody very independent. This is someone who's worked on themselves to get themselves to a high enough level to where they can afford to pick and choose. Like they can have had the options lined up and pick and choose who they want to be with, because they've worked on themselves and gotten themselves to this point. This is someone, like I said, who is very truthful, not only to themselves, but to other people as well. It's someone who doesn't play around with people. I'm not saying that's what you do, but I'm saying this is the type of person that we're talking about here. And this is also somebody that if if the other person can't hold your attention, this is the energy that you need to sit in. If the other person can't hold your attention because they're not on your level, you got to be, you got to be discerning and be willing to cut them out and move on. Because this is about who is going to treat Taurus the best, who is going to give Taurus exactly what Taurus needs. Because as I told Aries, you know what you bring to the table. You bring 100% to the table in a relationship, right? You've just gotten all these people running throughout your life, because you have more people than than most people, most signs. I always see a whole bunch of damn people in your readings. I tell you that every week when we talk about certain things. You have all these face cards in your readings every time. And so I feel like, what Spirit is trying to tell you is you already know what you bring to the table. So instead of focusing on what you're bringing to the table in this love relationship, you need to be looking at the other people, the people that are coming in, and assessing them, okay, from this standpoint. The fact that you're standing in your power, you've worked on yourself, you've gotten yourself to a certain point, you're discerning, and you know what you're looking for. That's why I tell y'all, make that list about, your deal breakers and the things that you're looking for in a person, so that when they show up, you've already laid the foundation for the energy you want the person to step in. Okay. So you gotta look at that with this King of Swords here. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. So yeah, because there's been some deception. Okay, like I told you, a lot of times when we're in love, I'm guilty of this too. I would not look at the type of person that I was dealing with and what they were truly doing until after the fact. And when I go back now and I look at the things from the past, the other day I actually went through almost all of my relationships and looked at each person, and I was thinking about like what it was they were trying to get out of the relationship. And it was crazy, the things that were coming up, but it was because when they made those things known, I was at, I had my blindfold on, like two of swords, not wanting to see the red flags, not wanting to see what's going on. But you can't do that. You have to realize you can't be self-deceptive, okay? And this is how people who are deceptive sneak into your energy, because you're not looking at what this person is bringing to the table, or when they mess up, you're not truly assessing what they did and kicking their asses out, if they don't meet your needs. Because think about it, like I'm talking to the females right now. Think about with men. If you don't check all their damn boxes, you don't look the way they want you to look, you don't operate the way they want you to operate, so on and so forth. For if you notice, they cut throat, they get rid of your ass, and they on to the next. And so you got to be the same way. I feel like that's what Spirit is saying with this King of Swords card. You got to be ruthless, because this is about your life. This is about somebody you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So you can't be saying, oh, well, I'm looking, because think about it. Why, those movies we watch, the rom-coms and stuff like that, where the two friends are together, and they like, and one of them is like, well, he's not my type, and the other one is like, come on, girl, it's a dry season, and you need to look the other way. Some stuff you ain't gonna get everything on your list or whatever. But men are not like that, and you know that, because if you missing one damn thing they don't want, on that they have on their list, and it's not there, they on to somebody else. So you got to be this same way. But in order to be this way, you got to sit in this energy and be bringing your A game to the table, so that when these B and C and D games show up, you like, hell no, we're not doing that, because you're not even matching me. We want you to be so high up here, Taurus. To these people, they can't just come with any kind of anything with cheesy pickup lines and all this kind of stuff. They got to come with true essence, with somebody with the oh, how do I explain it? With the wherewithal to want to go above and beyond and do anything they got to do in order to prove to you that they really want to be with you. These are the type of dudes and females that we looking for. We ain't looking for nobody that's down here and wanting to give you, the bare minimum, or not give you anything at all and expect you to give them everything, because that's the problem. That's what's happened in the past, and we trying to cut that shit out. Okay. All right. So the last card we have here represents the outcome. So we've got the 10 of Wands here. So I feel like, it says heavy burdens. You've been carrying a lot of burdens when it comes to this situation. And I feel like Spirit is saying, once you start to heal these things, you're going to be able to let them go, because this burden, this is baggage. This the bag lady and the bag man. Okay. You bringing this, dragging this stuff into these relationships with these people. And then you unpacking when you get there, and it's just, no. Okay, that's what Spirit said. No, it's time to let this stuff go so you can be free. That's why I tell y'all about forgiveness. Like I said, I'm not telling you that the person is wrong. I mean, it's not wrong, and that they don't deserve, for you to have your feelings about them, whatever way you feel about them. But you gotta know that this is about you freeing up your energy so you can be free like the wind when you come into this connection with this other person. Because like I told you, other person is doing their work, and you need to do yours as well, because it's got to be an equal match. Okay. So we've got two cards that fell. We have fear and we have free will. So you can't be afraid to let go, because some people have this mindset where if I let go of these things, then how am I going to identify? Because they've been carrying around these bags for so damn long. They think that this is who they are, and this is not who you are, Taurus. You're a beautiful, loyal person, and you deserve, and loving person, and you deserve to have somebody who's just as beautiful, just as loyal, and just as loving as you are. But this shit here stands in the way of you getting that. Okay. And a lot of you may be afraid to let go of some of these things. Okay. But you just got to do it. You just gotta bite the bullet and do it. Okay. Then we've got the free will card. Spirit is telling you it's up to you to do whatever it is you want to do. Okay. But like I told you, don't think that you can just coast through this and slide right into the relationship that you're wanting with the baggage, because I'm telling you, you'll self-sabotage it. That's why Spirit is adamant about you working on it. And it's not a thing where you got to clear up 100% of your stuff. You just got to put an effort in, start to work on yourself. And like I said, as you continue on, you're being guided by your spiritual team. You're being guided by your intuition, and they will direct you on what you need to do next. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from this new person that's coming in. I was going to use this other deck, but I used it for Aries and the twin snuck in. So I'm gonna just completely leave that deck alone, and we're gonna use this deck here. And if they sneak into this one, I got some other ones. Okay, we can deck it all night. I got a whole bunch of deck. I got so much stuff on this table. That's why I can't pull the camera down, because you'll be like, woo, with the cards. Hold on. Okay, I pulled a lot of messages to see, because some of them might be from the twin. Okay, see, please be patient, because I'm afraid of commitments. This is the twin. Please don't hate me for ghosting you. You didn't deserve it. This person is trying any way they can to get. So see, a lot of you want me to read new love. We read new love. Spirit is coming with the deets, but this twin is trying to sneak in as well. Okay, but here we go. We got some from the new person. I never expected to fall in love with you so quickly. So I told you, for a lot of you, this person is already in love with you. Okay, they already know who you are. For some of you, this person can see that you're going through something, and they're not trying to take advantage of you, because you know how some people will do. They'll be like, oh, she's going through something, so let me, or he's going through something, let me sneak in, under the radar, so I can get in there while they going, and they distressed and they ain't really looking. This person is not like that. They're very, on the up and up. So they're already in love with you, and they're just trying to give you a chance to get yourself together so that they can come in. Okay. So then we've got, I love you so much. Okay. This is the twin, but I keep running from you. I don't understand why I do this. Okay. Come on. Let's see if we can get something else. Hold on. I'm just gonna. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So we've got, I hope to have a future with you one day. All right. That's for the new person. All I'm thinking about right now is how attracted to you I am. Okay. And then you got some more from the old person. I think about you so much, it's scaring me. Okay. I get scared for being honest with you. And then I love you today, tomorrow, and always. I was just a fool for not admitting it earlier. So this person is trying their best to get in to talk to you any kind of way, because for a lot of you, you're not, if they're trying to communicate with you in the 3D, you're not hearing it. This person can feel you moving away from them if you haven't already moved away from them, and they can feel this new person coming into your energy. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from spirit. So we have acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. Like I said, you were supposed to learn from this twin flame connection. Okay. Retreat. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. Okay. This is about you taking time for yourself. This time to yourself is very important right now. And then protected. You are safe and divinely guided. All right. Okay. We're going to get a romance angel card, and then I'm going to let you go. Okay, so we've got getting to know each other. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So Spirit is telling you, keep your heart open, Taurus. Don't shut yourself down because of what this other fucker did to you. Okay, I know what they did was messed up, but if you close your heart off, the new person, you're not giving the new person a chance, because when the new person comes in, they're going to be open to you. All right. And they're going to be willing to go at whatever pace is comfortable for you. That is what I keep wanting to impress upon you, so you understand that this is not going to be somebody who is trying to take advantage of you or take advantage of the fact that you are wounded right now. They're willing to work with you and take the time for this to progress into something, because like I said, this person wants to be your life partner. They're showing up as the fucking emperor. Okay, they got all the best qualities of all the kings or the queens. It's like I said, because if you're a guy watching my channel, the empress. Okay, so don't forget that. And then that's what the healing does. The healing is what keeps you open, keeps you from shutting your heart down and closing your heart down because you've been hurt. Because there's nothing wrong with you feeling some type of way because you've been hurt, but you can't let it direct your life, because if you let it direct your life, it's like you looking through life with those dirty glasses I tell y'all about. Like, it's got fingerprints and it got oil and all kinds of crap, dirt and all this stuff, and so that's the things you need to heal are all that residue on the glasses. And when you clear those glasses off and look through them, life looks completely different. Once you've gone through some healing and you realize everything happens for a reason. Okay, because let me tell you, you don't open yourself up to this new person. That's what the twin wants. That's what the old person wants. They want to keep you stuck. They want to keep you with your heart closed. So if you don't do it for any other reason, it's to give this other person the damn finger and let them know, I'm not playing around with your ass no more. I'm moving forward and I'm moving on with my life. But remember, you got free will. If you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody else, with somebody new, that's up to you as well. But spirit is still recommending that you do your healing. Okay. All right. I hope this helped, Taurus. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Taurus.